I'm Owen Bigland. This is the Inside Edge video blog. Okay, I'm going to call this one Critical Factors in Buying and Selling Your Home. And I've been wanting to do this blog for a little while, and how it's important to focus on both ends of the sale. Most people that are selling a home, whether it's a condo or a detached home, they're moving into another home usually. It's rare, but occasionally some people are moving into a retirement home or moving out of the province or whatever. That's a different story. But most people are selling a home in Vancouver and either upsizing or maybe downsizing into another home. So it's critical to look at both ends of the equation, what you're selling as well as what you're going to buy, what you want to buy. So I'll give you an example. This is something that I get a lot with my clients, and what I try and counsel them on and educate them on. Because of course they all want to get top selling price, and which is my top priority as well. But they also, sometimes clients will tell me, well, I'm not in a hurry to sell, so let's try it at this price, which is above where my CMA, my comparative market analysis, is giving them. Sometimes in cases well above, because hey, Owen, I'm not in a hurry to sell. Well, okay, I want to get you guys top price, but that's well above that range that I've given you for selling price. But more importantly, what are you guys looking to buy? So I'll give you an example here of one that I just had recently. It was my clients were selling a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo priced in around $800K. And in an area in central Richmond, Capstan area, which has a lot of inventory in that area. If you guys know, near the new Capstan station, there's a lot of condos at various stages. Some are coming online now, a lot of homes have. Some are coming on under construction and are going to come online next year. And then there's a whole bunch of pre-sales that are getting built all around that station on 3 Road that are pre-selling now. So there's a lot of competition there. So it was tough sledding. Now, they wanted to sell that and buy a detached home on Vancouver Island. Now, I usually try and control a lot of it by saying, I've got a top dog out in Victoria, Vancouver Island that can represent you guys, but they had their own realtor out there that they had been in correspondence with. So fine, no problem. Hope you're in good hands there. But we listed the home, and it was a bit of tough sledding. Again, because of the market, there's just a lot of inventory out there right now, but it was a good home. It went on for a while here, and I had to tell them that, we've got to be, I wanted to get a price reduction on it. I wanted to be cognizant of what is going on with what you're buying. So I think, where we are right now, I think the market was going to be in their favor moving through the spring and into the summer. In other words, I think interest rates are probably going to get cut here a little bit, not much, not a material cut anyways, later this summer. So that would be in our favor for sure. And as we move later into spring and summer, we generally get a little bit more activity, and the market has been picking up month over month. However, in this condo market, let's say that, hey, the interest rates do us a favor and we get a little bit of a boost, and as we go into the late spring or summer, we get a $15K price rise on your condo here. Because if you're overpriced and the market is going up, well, that's not too bad, because eventually over time, you'll be priced right. That's the thing about overpricing if the market is in your favor. If you overprice and the market is flat or going down, now you're in real trouble, because you're going to be one step behind it, and your days on market are going to really start to rack up, which I'll get to in a minute. In this situation, I said, yeah, we're a bit overpriced here. And yes, absolutely. As we move into later spring, I'm seeing signs from my other listings that more buyers are coming out there. I think if the Bank of Canada does us a favor later this summer and cuts rates a little bit, that'll also be a good catalyst in our favor. So maybe we catch up to where our current price is, which is a little overpriced. But I wanted to point out to them that then I'll give you an example, if the price, let's say, catches up by $15K on their 2-bed, 18-year-old condo here, what are the prices doing on what you guys want to buy in Victoria, which is a detached home, starter detached home? And those prices, I believe, and I substantiate it, I had them call their realtor, very little inventory, those prices generally are going to go up more than what their condo is going up. So you have to be cognizant of that. What good is it if we wait another 2 months for the market to maybe catch up to where our pricing is on this, and we get an extra 10 or 15K, or get up to where our current list price is or close to it, when the price to buy that detached home is going to go up 70 or 80,000, or 4 times what the condo is going to go up. So you always want to be cognizant of that. The other thing is days on market. As I said, these people, hey, we're not in a hurry to sell. Okay, well, great. I mean, but are you in a hurry to get the best possible price and buy that new home at the best possible price, which is in a different price category? Days on market are a big influence on what you can sell a home for, and I don't think a lot of people realize this. The magic really happens in the first couple weeks of a listing. Really, I tell you guys, I always do holdbacks with all my listings regardless of the market. I owe that to my sellers. In other words, I list it, show it for 7, 8, 9 days, then look at offers, if any. Sometimes, depending on what I'm selling, we do not get any offers on offer night. That's okay. We'll just stay the course for another couple more weeks. If after another 2 or 3 more weeks we have no serious action, then I'm looking for a price reduction. Let's stay in front of it. The other thing is, where is the market trending? And are you looking to buy something else that's trending up more than what your current home is that we're selling? These are critical things in why you need to hire an experienced realtor that has a bead on these things. Days on market make a difference. I mean, after 30 days, I'm generally always looking for a price reduction from my clients. It doesn't have to be much. Sometimes it's just 10, 15K, depending on what we're selling. But I can tell people, I've talked about this before, when you get listings that are on the market for 30, 40, 50 days, 60 days, 70 days, without any real substantial price reductions, you're in trouble there. That market, that unit or that home is generally going to sit. Because when buyers see a home that's been on the market for 2 months, haven't reduced the price, well, immediately they're like, well, these sellers aren't very motivated, and there must be something wrong with the house. They're going to be looking at this with a much more critical eye for a home that's been languishing on the market. It's just buyer psychology. So you have to be careful with these things. Days on market, what you're at, where the market's going with your pricing, but more importantly, what are you looking to buy? I mean, the reverse of that could be these people could have been selling a detached home, a starter level detached home in East Van, which that market is pretty hot, looking to buy maybe a newer condo out in Metrotown or Brentwood. There's lots of inventory there. That market is kind of languishing. In that case, for sure, let's shoot for the moon with your home here. We've got time, and what you're looking to buy is not going to appreciate as much as what you're selling. So it works both ways, but you have to make sure that you know what you're doing there, and have a good realtor that can kind of counsel you on where these dynamics are. Final thing here I'll close with. A lot of the homes that I see languishing on the market, especially downtown condos or in Mount Pleasant, the biggest mistake sellers make, guys, is selling a tenanted property. And often those are the ones that are on the market for 60, 70, 80 days. They're languishing. The reasons is because A, the home does not show well at all. It's tenanted, so it's a mess. Dirty dishes in the sink, furniture, hodgepodge of furniture, boxes, limited showing times, and of course you're eliminating any investor buyer because they don't want to assume your tenant. I've done 20 videos on this over the last 5 years. This is a mutual agreement and tenancy. I've shown you guys this. It's a one-page form. If you're selling a home tenanted, it's currently tenanted, if your realtor is not bringing this out to you when they look at your home that you want to sell with the tenant, if you guys aren't having a cup of coffee and talking about this, then you need to hire another realtor. Plain and simple. Sorry, your realtor is not doing full due diligence on trying to get you the best price and giving you good counsel. Especially these days, it's getting worse and worse and worse every single year. I've been on this for 10 years. Getting the mutual agreement and tenancy, get the tenant out, clean the unit up, stage it. Now we can sell it to the full demographic of buyers. We're not limited on showing times. The unit is going to show mint. Everything is in your favor. Now, of course, that other new wrinkle that just happened now is you sell the home, you file the proper paperwork, the new buyer is going to move in, you give them 2 clear months, and the tenant does not move out. Now you are in serious trouble. For this reason alone, the new buyer is going to sue you for damages because you've given them vacant possession and you can't deliver it. So for that reason alone, you're out of your mind to be selling a home with a tenant in it. Not only are you leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table in your selling price because the home doesn't show well, you can only sell it to an end user, but now you've got to be on pins and needles for the next 2 months and hope that that tenant leaves on time. And if he doesn't, you're in serious trouble. Now, another one I've told you guys about last month, it's never going to end here. The NDP is just going to keep pushing that pendulum more and more over in the favor of the tenant. It's already way over there. But I hear through the grapevine now that as of now, you only need to give that tenant 2 clear months notice when you sell it to an end user. I'm hearing now that that could be extended from 4 to 6 months notice, which is absolutely ridiculous. You are going to leave even more money on the table. So mutual agreement to end tenancy, hire a pro for this if you're looking to sell a tenanted property. I can pretty much negotiate a mutual, and I'll coach you on this, how to negotiate this. It's a win-win situation for your tenant and for you, Mr. Landlord. I probably am successful on this about 80% of the time. Or I tell my seller, just wait for the tenant to give you notice. Wait, unless you're in some huge rush, just wait for the tenant to eventually say he's going to move, and that's even better because you don't have to pay anything to get him out. But every now and again, 1 or 2 a year, we can't get the tenant out, and we have to sell it with them in it. That is the absolute last-ditch approach, and it does happen. But mutual agreement to end tenancy will usually do the trick. And if your realtor is not coaching you or instructing you on your options with this, again, you need to get another opinion on this and have a realtor that's experienced in tenancy, working a mutual agreement to end tenancy to make it a win-win. I'm Owen Big Glen. Thanks to all my new subscribers. I'll see you next week.